I mentioned this in both episode reviews, but I gotta point something out about Fatima and now Preston. I really do not like the fact that we're still doing this in terms of the characters making light of Zach's understandable feelings of animosity towards Bryce. I mean, at this point, yet again, it doesn't matter how much good this person has done. He has violated Zach's trust on more than one occasion. First, it was the sexual, assault of trying to kiss him. And now it's the whole backhanded or underhanded tactic business wise of going behind Zach's back and taking $1.5 million without his consent. And as Preston pointed out last week, your reasoning makes no sense. You're 50-50 partners and he can't veto a decision like that. Well, just because Zach said no to the deal, that doesn't mean you get to, in your mind, say yes and take the money from him. Now, if you want to look at it from the perspective of, hey, Zach, there's a great deal on a property for $500,000. I think I should take my $500,000 of my money and invest it. Zach says no. Well, then Bryce decides to do it anyway. Is there a difference? The main one being that it's Bryce's money that's on the line, not Zach's. So I saw on Twitter, because I made a post about this, about how, I just don't like how these people are acting like Zach is, tripping. Somebody did point out, well, from a business, and I did mention this in my episode 4 review. Okay, yeah, I said, Preston, I don't like the fact that it's like you need to tell Bryce, but then he did mention, well, Bryce's signature is needed on the contract for the, check to be, finalized and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then, they get the property. But if I were Zach, I would do one of a few things. I don't know how many off the top of my head, but here we go. Number 1, do whatever is needed from a legal perspective, which again, it makes sense because Fatima works at a law firm. She knows Andy and they know all these people. Do what needs to be done in order for Zach and Bryce's contract to be terminated. Zach could either fly solo, partner with Preston or whatever. I don't know, or get a new business partner. But in terms of a personal and professional relationship, Bryce has betrayed Zach on both fronts. There are people like if someone stole, if a person you knew stole $20 from you, you would not trust that person again. Bryce took $1.5 million and everybody's acting like it's no big deal. Are y'all crazy? This is just like, and I want to make a callback here, Throwback Thursday, the haves and the have-nots. Where self-righteous Hannah, anytime Catherine wanted to say something about Candace, like, that daughter of yours, that's my daughter. That heifer stole over, okay, I forgot exactly how much Wyatt's inheritance was. I think it was like 3 to 6 million. Look, it's been a long time since I've given this show any thought, but let me put it this way. Several $1 million that Candace Young and, had and gave part of it to Benny and whatnot. And it's like, Hannah, your daughter stole millions of dollars from the Cryer family. If they want to talk crap, then they can talk crap, especially since you aren't doing anything to make your children do what's right. It's like you're just wagging your finger in their face like, look, get out of my house. I don't want to talk to you until you get that money back. Instead of, calling the cops or something. So I feel the same way about this situation where when it comes to Zach, he has every reason to be mad because not only did Bryce take that 1.5 million, but it put him in a red. It probably screwed up a lot of things. Like we don't know if he has any auto draft payments coming out of his account or, like he said, okay, fine, I'll call Bryce, but he's going to pay all my overdraft fees and things like that. Now, in terms of the second option, Zach and Bryce stay in business together. However, before they move further in any sort of, business ventures as Rise Ventures, Zach needs to come up with an ironclad contract, an agreement statement for Bryce never to do anything like he did again. not just trying to come on to him, but making decisions behind his back. Because it wasn't that Zach didn't want to do the deal. He straight up said, I do not have $1.5 million. Hence why Gary was brought in as a third partner. Because Zach didn't have enough money to cover everything. So Bryce just ended up screwing him, forwards and backwards. No pun intended. And then the other option here, sorry, this chair's squeaking here. The other option is just dissolve Rise Ventures and, Zach just goes his own way. That's kind of similar to option one, but it's just, no, it's like I said in my episode review, I think people are just making way too little of a deal out of this, because it's not just the fact that, oh, Zach, you're feeling some type of way. It's almost like everybody's ignoring what Bryce has done. It's almost like, well, hey, hasn't he done a lot of good for you? Yeah, he has, but that doesn't erase the bad stuff he did, because it's going to be like a recurring pattern. If you let this thing slide, that just means another thing is going to happen, because keep in mind, Zach is still, and I can understand it, Zach is still not completely over the whole, like, look, he tried to kiss me thing. But it's the thing that gets me with these episodes. Everyone's acting like Zach is the one with the problem. It really sucks. It really does. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this. I just feel like everybody is ignoring Zach, and it's really messed up. It really is. So let's talk about it in the comments below, because keep in mind, if you were in that situation, is there any amount of money that would make, like, look, it's one thing to get a lot of money, but you're still going to have to be tethered or connected to the other person that did you wrong. Like, let's say you and a friend had a business together. Your friend, tried to, I don't know, sexually assault you, or they screwed you over financially, and then you come up with somebody comes up with a huge financial windfall where you can make back the money that was taken from you and then some. However, you're not able to just walk away and do your own thing. You're still going to have to be in business with this other person, knowing that there's a possible good chance they'll screw you over in a different kind of way next time. Like, will Bryce do the same thing again with the money? Probably not, because he just saw what happened once he tried to do a decision that his business partner didn't agree with. But that doesn't mean in the future Bryce will do something else to wrong Zach. But that's just me. Okay, that's all I have. So again, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.